The surrounding forest had been violently destroyed by humans, leaving the geese dead or fleeing in panic. Amid the devastation, a young girl stumbled upon a nest of goose eggs. She quickly found a cloth bag and carefully placed the eggs inside, cradling them as she carried them home. These eggs weren't for making breakfast. She had a different plan. The girl wrapped the eggs in soft fabric and placed them in a cabinet. While her father was busy tinkering with one of his inventions, she quietly borrowed his lamp, plugged it in, and placed it beneath the cabinet, creating a simple incubator. The next day, while she was at school, the goslings began to hatch. That evening, she sneaked into the storage room while her family wasn't looking. Opening the cabinet, she saw the tiny, fluffy creatures and felt even more determined to care for them. Her family soon noticed her absence and went searching for her, eventually finding her asleep in the storage room, surrounded by the newly hatched goslings. Her father gently covered her with a blanket, but the movement woke her. She looked at him with hopeful eyes, silently pleading to keep the goslings. How could a father say no? The next morning, the girl brought the goslings into the house to feed them. Before leaving for school, she reminded her father to feed them every 2 hours. Reluctantly, he agreed. Later, he contacted the local wildlife management office to explain the situation. The officer said it was complicated and promised to visit in a few days. The girl and the goslings quickly bonded. They imprinted on her, treating her as their mother, waddling after her wherever she went. Their tiny feet moved so fast they became a blur, though one gosling occasionally lagged behind. The girl played with them in the grass, the goslings following her every step. Her father watched in awe, marveling at the connection between his daughter and the birds. That evening, the wildlife officer arrived. He explained that keeping wild geese was illegal and that if they wanted to raise the goslings, they would need to quarantine them and prevent them from flying. To emphasize his point, he picked up a gosling and prepared to clip its wings with a pair of nail clippers. The girl's heart sank as she realized the harsh reality of the situation. She had saved these lives, but now their freedom was at stake.